Hello, Victoria Cochrane here with you for the Spiritual Wisdom Hour. A couple of minutes late, sorry. On the 11th of December. Happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Lou. I hope you're all well. I'm just going to put you down. Sorry, you have to look up at me a little bit. And my husband's just getting home. Oh, the timing. I'm on my live. So that'd be right. Never mind. It's his house too. Hope you're all well.
It's my house too.
It's his house too, yes. So I hope you're great. Weather seems to be not too bad today, and goodness, Christmas is just around the corner. And we've just got back from Melbourne seeing our beautiful new little granddaughter. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Rachel. Oh, hi, Natasha. Great to see you from London. Be a lot warmer over here than it is there, I'm sure. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Kylie. Great to see you. So, yes, I'll get to that, Kim, but I'll do a little bit of wisdom first before I do any kind of individual readings. I have been starting to do a few of those, but I'll just do a general first and see what it is that people are wanting to ask about spiritual development and psychic development in particular. So my name is Victoria Cochrane, and I'm a spiritual healer, a psychic channel, and yes, I will get to individual things, but Lincolnshire, wow. But I just like to do a general talk first and a bit of a reading for the collective so that it reaches everybody, not just a few. And I am available for individual readings and healings online, on Skype, on the phone, or if you're in Tasmania, in Wynyard on the northwest coast. So what are you up to? How are you feeling close to Christmas? And are you having an awakening? Because lots of people are. Lots of people are starting to be more aware of themselves in spirit. My husband munching away over there. More aware of the spiritual connections. Might be having some funny things happening. So also there's lots of letting go happening at the moment. Hi, Deborah. A lot of people needing to walk away from situations, relationships. And it's quite painful when that happens, but if you can have a look at the picture, it's probably guided as well. So if you're having to leave a relationship, or things are changing, people are dropping away, or moving on. Hi, Natasha. Oh, you're a healer and reader. Fantastic. Nice to connect with you. Hi, Beverly. I am great. How are you? Then this is what's happening, but the old has to fall away for the new to come in. So there is lots of letting go, Marilyn, and it's very painful, particularly if you're in love or you love someone but it's karmic or toxic or not working anymore. You've just got to try to go with the flow, and the main thing is to keep your vibrations really high, to keep meditating, to connect with your guides, and to connect with people like me if you need help. Okay, so there are lots of changes. There's lots of energy around at the moment. So lots of weird things. Please explain, Janelle. I like weird. Weird is my business. So let me know about the weird and I can look into it. So I have developed the ability to be able to go back in time and see what happened in the past. So if something happened and you don't know what it was, I can actually go back and have a look. And don't ask me how I do that, but I can. I've got stuff on the screen. Yeah, so if you've got something that happened that you'd like me to have a look at, I'd be happy to do that, because that would help everybody. All right, let's ask for another card for the collective. Oh, well, this goes with this one, really. I love that. Feel massive change around me. Scary but empowering at the same time. Yes, very good. When you embrace it and use it to empower you, then great things can come from it. Okay, so if we have attachment to people or things, or particularly to outcomes, we can actually block our growth and we can block our ability to move forward. So it's about just trying to let go of the attachment. There are ways you can do that. You can actually give gratitude for them teaching lessons, for the lessons that you've learnt through the through the situation or through the relationship. You can, particularly if you've really learnt the lesson and now you're ready to move on, then you can give thanks for that, because once you close the door on that lesson, then you can just move forward. Also, you can just fill it with white light, whatever the outcome is, and then let it go and give thanks for it happening for your highest and best and in the highest and best way. So we do block ourselves when we worry about things, when we're obsessing about the past or the future, or whether we're just waiting for something to happen and expecting it to happen. Creator said to me once, expectation reaps no reward. So frustrating, but it's really true. And so we've got to try and not be waiting for the phone to ring, so to speak. Just allow the flow, because we block it otherwise. And the last one, man holding a heart. So for all of you who are waiting for love to arrive, there he is. I wonder if he looks like that. He reminds me of Fabio. Very funny. Okay, I've often said when that's come up, if I'm doing a reading, wouldn't it be great if he looked like that? Can't guarantee it. Okay, let me just address some of these. These are, yes, thank you, Kylie. These are the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, and I love, love, love them as well. So they're easily available and they're beautiful. Beverly says, it'd be great if love came in the form of Fabio. Had a rush of wind brush past me inside. I was in a doorway. Okay. I'm just going to ask to look to see what that was. So I'm tuning into you, and so what I do, because I'm always a teacher, so I'll tell you how I do it, is I come over Janelle, and then I ask to be shown the incident when it happened at the very point back on the timeline. So the law of time, dear ones, is that there is no time. The universe doesn't operate on time, so we can go backwards and forwards in time, but we don't want to change things. But we can use it to look to see what happened. So I'm coming over Janelle. I actually do know what Janelle looks like, but if I don't, I just ask to be shown the person. And then I go to her heart space and I kind of go through her soul space and just go back to the point, and then I see it on a movie screen. So I can't teach that. I don't know how I do that. But it's a gift, I guess. Okay, here we go. Yes, it is certainly an energetic being of some kind. It's a male. But I think it's pretty transient. Pretty sure it was just passing through. But I do get father, so I do wonder if it's a father figure. whether it's your father, Janelle, or not, but came very close to you, like. So just give me a bit of an idea about that. Hello, Lynn. Rachel says, I got run over 12 months ago. Van came from nowhere. I feel I was saved by spirit. 11 was on road. So I was on road for 42 minutes before ambulance got to me. I felt something terrible would happen that morning. Wow. Yeah, and it would have been hard to know about that. But that's the start of psychicness though, Rachel, you know, that you have a strong premonition like that. But also you would have been very protected. If you were shown, then you would have been protected. So quite often an incident like that too is like an opportunity to change something in your life, or there's some kind of opportunity to release something and to change, but it also could be a stronger connection with spirit too, or an activation of your psychicness. So 42 minutes is a long time. I hope you had people with you. Oh, lots of love hearts going on there. How beautiful was that? I know my husband and I have been married for 35 years, nearly. And we're just still in love. Yeah, he's so beautiful. He is. And he just, actually, he's not right on board with what I do, but he sees how I help people and how I love it, and he's 100% supportive. So thank you, Kylie. Yeah, he is. He's very beautiful. So Janelle, don't think it was your dad, but it was a male figure. But I kind of think he was just kind of passing through, but wanted you to know he was there. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm getting it's a grandfather or father. Yeah, it's some older male. Debbie Wood, have you got any guidance for me, Victoria? Feeling a bit lost at the minute. Yes, Debbie, look, I'll do that for you, but I'll do it for everybody because there's so many people feeling lost at the minute. And last week we talked about soul purpose, and so it could be, and then I'll get to Tina. I will have a look at what your dog was staring at. A lot of people are feeling lost, and maybe it is because of soul purpose. But let's ask these beautiful cards for you, but for everybody. So I'm tuning in to you, but asking for everybody who is feeling lost at the moment what they might be able to do. So the first thing would be to try to connect to, just to breathe and to be, and not to worry too much, and to feel into what aspect of your life you're feeling lost in, because we can generalize it, but it would have to do with something in particular. But let's see. And Debbie, you have a massive big angel with you, so perhaps they're asking you to connect and to actually start connecting and to activate your spiritual wisdom. Thank you so much for all the love hearts and thumbs up. So we do need to be still in our bodies and still in the moment, and just allow our guides to connect with us. Quite often, very much so lately, I've tuned into people and the guides are way back. Normally they're right here, but a lot of them are waiting to come in because we need to give them permission. You know, not even God can help us. God is unconditional love and the white light and our connection to the all. But we can't receive help if we don't give permission. And so just say, yes, hell yes, come and give it to me, and they'll all come rushing in. But we also need to sit in the stillness and the sanctity of us, and just to breathe and to be, and to allow ourselves to be in the flow, to ask for healing, to ask for clearing. Otherwise, the monkeys are making so much noise in our head, we can't hear anything. We can't feel anything either. So the first thing would be to just really sit in and feel, and then just weigh in. And you could ask yourself questions like, am I doing what I really love? Do I really love myself? Do I like myself at the moment? Am I heading in the right direction, or is that what's stopping me? And so you can just ask yourself all these questions to try and feel into where you might be going. Jane, lovely to see you. So, but it's just about feeling and not thinking. So just taking some time, and you don't have to sit like that, but it's just about sitting in the stillness of you and breathing. And when you ask the questions, you feel into it, and how does it feel? And if you were doing the same thing in 5 years' time, could you imagine that? Would you be content with that? Are the changes that are happening at the moment sitting right or not? And you'll only know that when you just feel into it, not think about it, if that makes sense. What do you have attachment to, Debbie, and anyone else who's feeling lost at the moment? What are you really wanting to happen or expecting to happen that you're blocking the flow of? So, or what are you actually not facing or really acknowledging that that is blocking? Storm warning. Okay. Well, this is storm warning. So if you're feeling lost, then perhaps this is that's a real reason. It's like because everything happens for a reason. So if you're feeling lost, there's a reason, and let's connect with your guide to see. Now, look, I don't have time to go into a full reading for you, Debbie, but hopefully that gives you a few ideas as to. And you do have a great big angel there. I'm just going to see who that is for you. Archangel Zadkiel. So if you're feeling that there's a lot going on in the world that you don't agree with, that you worry about climate change or whatever it is, Zadkiel works with the 7th ray, the violet ray, and is purification, ceremonial order, and the violet flame of transmutation, and transmuting negativity to love. And it's possible that you're being awakened to make some kind of a difference. Now, we, as an individual, can't ever hope to change the world. We'd just be shot down, wouldn't we? But we're we should feel empowered to be sending love and light to the world, to be sending the violet flame out, and to be helping people to awaken. And it doesn't mean that you have to be doing what I'm doing, but it's about empowering yourself to feel empowered to be sending energy and love to the world, and to know that you're supported in doing that with the Cosmic Council and the Archangels and the Creator. So, but I will ask for one more, and then I've got to move on, otherwise I won't get to anyone else. I think you're fighting against yourself a bit, Debbie. I think you need to acknowledge there's something that you don't want to acknowledge or you don't want to do, but it's the way forward. I'm hoping that helps. Tina says, my dog was staring at the corner of my daughter's bedroom and wagging her tail like she was happy. Was this a spirit? Ooh, let's have a look. Now, just clearing my energy a bit. Here we go. asking to be shown Tina Mason's dog wagging her tail at nobody at that exact moment. So I tune into Tina and then I go back. Yeah, it was. Looks very grandmotherly. Looks like an older woman, very friendly, very peaceful. So it's either your grandmother or great-grandmother. Just observing. She's peaceful, friendly, but quite not austere, but contained is the way I can put that. So hopefully that helps. Now I've got to go catch up with a few comments. It was fast, yeah. Tell me about it. Lynn Villiers. To go back to Lynn. If I do miss you today, I'm so sorry. Hello, Lynn. Oh, there's a lot happening, yes. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. A lot of people tell me that. That's so nice. Look, I really am concerned with helping people to the best of my ability and making sure that people feel cared for. It's certainly not just about the money for me. It's about helping people and making sure that I can help people move forward. So, and it's also about teaching and empowering, and I think that's really important. I was a teacher. I've been an early childhood and literacy teacher, so I kind of had to develop that kind of demeanour. So that might be where it comes from too. Shell, thank you for your time. How does Pete truly feel about me, and will we have a future love relationship? Well, talking about empowerment, you need to, it would be really good for you just to feel into that yourself, but let me just have a quick look. So the way I do that, and I've just developed this, so for anybody else who's developing gifts and is starting to see auras and energy, I actually go over the person first, and then I look at the love that they're projecting from their heart and how it looks, and then I look at the other person and I see the connection that's going between them. And I can see whether the person is returning that or not. So that's kind of how I do it. And it seems to be accurate. No one's taught me how to do that. It's just another thing that's developed. So all I can say is, yes, I've done theta healing, advanced theta healing, Reiki, and I've done a spiritual development course in the past. But really, when you're open to it, and when you believe and you trust is the biggest word I could ever say. That is the most important word I could ever tell you. Then the more you practice, the more it just comes in, and you don't force it. You just allow it to come, and yeah, it's all going quite well that way. Very quickly for Shell. So I'm looking at Shell's energy. And Pete. He looks a bit confused. There's a lot of emotion there and confusion. So I also feel that he's a bit shy, and also not entirely sure, but I'm just going to ask. He does care about you for sure, so that's really lovely. But he has some healing to do, and that's what I feel, that there's something holding him back, like he might have had a bad relationship or some kind of hard relationship before, so he's trying to work himself out. I think just hold the energy for him. There certainly is, I could certainly see an exchange of energy, but he's just working himself out. Whether you have a future love relationship is up to him, and that's why I can't really give you, if I gave you an answer it might not be correct, and that's a good piece of advice I can give, is that if people ask, will we have a relationship, will I get the job, if it's up to the free will of someone else, you can't ever give 100% set and concrete answer. You just can't. So it's likely, but he's still in that phase of liking you, but not sure how he feels. So, but certainly cares about you, and so I'm hoping that helps. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to go. Thanks, Beverly. Could I have a card? Margaret. Yep, sure. And then Rachel. Oh, well, I'll just think about Margaret first. So today I'm working with the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, and they really are very beautiful. Keep connecting, Margaret, and keep the doorway to Spirit is opening for you. You need to trust, keep asking for help, and meditating, and believe, pretty much. Also, there might be a blessing in disguise. If anything's just happened that might be a bit upsetting, it's guided, and it will all turn out well for you. Okay, Rachel, I just want to... So Rachel says about the accident, I was going head first through a window screen. I felt I was lifted by my rucksack and turned. I hit on my right side instead of face and head. Had multiple fractures, punctured lung, but I was alive. Something saved you. Wow. Let's have a look. That's intriguing. I was expecting to see Archangel Michael, but it feels like Archangel Raphael to me. And it looks like Archangel Raphael. Do you have healing abilities, Rachel? Because I'm thinking that your psychicness, you've got that intuition, but if you are thinking of going down the track of Reiki or some kind of healing, I would, if I were you. Kylie, can you see my guides? I've just been missing my dad so much. He's just had his passing, and his birthday does. You see what the kids and I do for him every year to keep his memory alive. I'm sure he would. Debbie says what I said made so much sense. What did I say? And that's another thing, if you're a healer or a reader, is that once you've done it, having attachment to what you've said and worrying whether you said the right thing or not really does block you as well. So I kind of let that go and just allow the person, what the person does with the messages, what they do with the information is up to them. So I'm just the channel, I'm the messenger, and not to have attachment to that. But I'm really glad that that's Kylie. Let me just have a look. I will ask to see you, Dad. I'm sure he does, because I'm kind of flipping through people. I don't want to be disrespectful or to misinformation. So, you know, if ever I can do a reading for you, please, $60 for half an hour or $99 for half an hour. I can do it on Skype, on WhatsApp, on Messenger, on the phone. And I am caring, and so it would be wonderful to help you in a more in a deeper way, and in a way that's more meaningful. But let me have a look for Kylie. Your dad is there, very much so. You're a beautiful mother, Kylie. He's a proud pop. He has been around a fair bit. Something about your mother. She needs help. But he's always in your heart, and he doesn't want me to use these cards. I'm just reading what you said about keeping his memory alive. He doesn't actually feel he deserves all the good things you say about him. I don't know why he would say that. Maybe I get the feeling that he doesn't feel like he was always the best father, but he is a proud pop and very proud of you, and thanks you so much for honouring him in the way that you do. As for your guides, I feel like it's Lord Senator and Lady Nada, actually, which equates to Jesus. So that's beautiful. And Kylie, this is for you. Allow your thoughts and worries and anxieties and negative thoughts go. Don't allow them to take away your power. Get back in charge of your mind, thoughts. Focus on clarity. Everything you're doing is fine. Trust yourself and love yourself, and that's why you would have Jesus there, but you've also got the yin and yang of Lady Nada and Lord Senator. So balance. You need balance in your life, balance in your relationships, balance in your parenting, everything. Just try to achieve more of a balance. That's why I would go for that. Kelly. So again, if I don't... Okay, your mum died 18 months ago. Okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Alright, so if I don't get to you, I do apologise. And I'm also trying to give wisdom as I give readings, so hopefully that kind of works. So a few things about people when they've passed over is that they feel amazingly free of their body. And my sister-in-law passed over, and I connected to her, and I just felt the most overwhelming sense of peace. Absolute peace. She'd battled with cancer for 6 years, breast cancer, and she was like so peaceful. It was beautiful, and so it's really actually not hard for the people who've passed over. It's hard for the people they leave behind. And they generally, some people just choose to go because we're on an onward soul journey of evolvement and growth and mastery. And so to stay in a human body is limiting, extremely limiting. And so if the lessons are learnt and we've actually done everything we've chosen to do, it is actually best to pass away and to move forward in spirit and to evolve. And that's really hard for us, but so much better for the spirit. And so our grief can actually hold a spirit to earth, and that's okay, and they're happy to be there. But if it's years and years and years, we really need to try and just tell them that it's okay to go and that they can move forward, and find ways to deal with our grief, because a trapped spirit, like in a haunted house or something, their soul's not growing, they're not going anywhere, and it's not a good thing. Whoa, hold on. So therefore, the freedom card, again, is just to let go, allow them to go and give them love and tell them to go to the light. But once they've gone, they can come back. They can come and go. It's not like they've always passed, once they've gone to the light doesn't mean they've gone forever. But they should be moving on and reviewing their life and meeting with their soul families and reviewing their lessons and evolving. Should be doing all those things. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on Kelly. And this might be for a lot of people at the moment, a lot of mental healing and getting out of our minds. And we might do a meditation about that, because healing of the mind through exploration and inner reflection, which lead into expansion of the mind, ego healing, mental chaos grounding. So if we get stuck in our mind, we get stuck in our ego, and we start to tell ourselves that we're no good, and we catastrophize things, and all of those things, and it just leads to a lot of lack of clarity and mental fog and worry, anxiety, panic attacks, all of those things. And so, Kelly, I just wonder if you do need to breathe your energy down and just get out of your head for a little while, do some meditation, and grounding. Both cards say grounding. So go out today, have a walk, ground, just be in the present. Just don't worry about past or the future. Just be in the present and give appreciation for what you have now. Give appreciation for what's around you. Just be in the moment. And it's really hard to do. A lot of us really have trouble doing that. And hi, Kim. And so, it's about trying to get out of your mind, but also healing through cellular levels, bloodline. So I don't know whether that means anything to you, but this also talks about ancestors. And so if you've got trouble with your parents, or there are things happening in your life that it's like you're just reliving old traditions, old patterns, time to let go and do a bit of a cleanse. Deborah Cowland, is there any message from my Father in Spirit, please? There's a beautiful light coming from your crown. It's like you're expanding. That's what he's showing me. You're expanding, you're growing. But it's also like he's always connected to you. It's like his light is right there. If you really just concentrated on his energy, you would feel him. And perhaps he's coming into channel. That's what happened with my grandfather. I could smell him around in cigarette smoke, and he actually taught me how to receive messages. So you've got that connection, whether it's to your father or to spirit in particular, Deborah, to actually still your mind and just allow the messages to come in. And it's like a thought that's not your own. And that's, I have no idea how I was going to do that, but it's just like a thought that comes in that's not your own. But it can also be a vision, or it can be a feeling. You can get the tingles or whatever, but you've got direct connection. So it's possible that he's going to be your guide for a little while. Let me ask. He says no, because I see him in the shadow, but the light from your crown is really strong, and it's a golden light. So I would imagine you're sitting in golden light. Bring it down through your crown and just breathe it right down, and just imagine you're sitting in that light and just allow. And you could even do automatic writing if you have trouble emptying your mind, and this is for everybody. If you have trouble emptying your mind and bringing in the messages, just write, and don't discount anything. Trust, just write, and don't think about it, just let it come. And then when you read it back later, you'll probably go, oh my God. But just he's really showing me that direct connection, that you've got a very strong connection to your guides and to spirit, and that you are a guide for other people. So, but get yourself sorted first and be comfortable with that. Holly, hi Holly. Any messages from my mum? I miss her so much. She calls you sweetheart. She wants you to know that she loves you. She knows that you miss her, but she says you've got this. You can do anything you want. Believe in yourself, and take some time out. But it will be all right. She says something about little boys. I wonder if you have some children, beautiful little boys, and she calls them cheeky monkeys. So she wants you to know that she's all right as well. Mina, did you ask me a question? I was directed by my guide to go to give a reading with my guide's grandson. I'd done the reading, 4-hour read, and then strange relationship developed between me and the grandson, then drifted apart. This is Natasha. Can't see more. After a few months, but keep getting message that he's going to return to my life out of the blue. Well, if there's unfinished business, then possibly, because if we don't complete lessons, Brenda, I did miss you. And then I'll get to Lynn, losing my house in a property settlement. yeah, it will come back to slap us in the end so that we can complete things. So I'd be working out what the relationship is and where you stand in that and how you feel about that. And then just ask for it all to be completed or for things to work out in the highest and best way, maybe. Always asking for your highest and best, not for the greater good, just for your highest and best. Brenda, you worried about things? Working through a lot of hostilities. I'm just going to do another one. I'm just not sure that's right because I've been doing a few cards, so it's about really starting to clear my thoughts and connect to you so that I'm giving you the right message. Well, this one's woman holding a heart. So whether you're in love or you'd like to be in love, but you've been hurt before, but there's lots of different possibilities at the moment. It's like, which doorway do I go through, or who do I choose, or how do I... But there's one particular person who is right for you. So you really need to just trust your intuition on this one, I would say. Throat chakra. So communication, someone that you really communicate with, whether you've got a couple of men or a couple of it seems to be about love, and that you don't know which way to go or who to choose or whether it's right or not. But actually, all you need to do is open up the doorways of communication, and with yourself, but with him as well, and unlock everything that's hidden, because there's a lot hidden at the moment. But just trust your intuition, I would say. Lynn, losing your house in a property settlement. Goodness, that's no good at all. So this. I'll just keep oh my goodness, they're jumping everywhere. All right. And there's probably not much you can do about that. This is for Lynn. So this is all about the ex-husband, is it, or the ex-partner? Because he's like trying to control you or control the situation, and I'm hoping that you've got good representation there, but you seem very disempowered at the moment. So it's about working on your self-worth and your sense of self, and also starting to think about positive ways that you can either fight it or move forward. So you will move forward with hopefully you get some kind of a settlement, but this is also about change, and accepting that change can bring great blessings in the long run. And you are very, very guided and protected, Lynn. So just keep giving thanks to your guides for the guidance they're giving you, for the abundance you're about to receive. Even if you're not, just like fake it till you make it. It's about putting out to the universe what you're grateful for and what you'd like them to give you, because when we know that we are abundant and that we're always looked after, that will happen. So I do feel actually that you will be okay, and that things, if not already, will already be improving very soon. So all the best for you. Right, I'm going to randomly just, you're welcome, Mina. Holly, I've done one question. I think just one question's enough. Since my son's death, my room makes some noise. Oh, okay. Cool, that's a good one to tune into. So who is living in a haunted house or having noises? And let's just talk about how you might know for yourselves, or just not feel scared about that. So asking Creator to show me how you might. So quite often a spirit will be making themselves known, and as soon as you acknowledge them, that's all they're wanting. They're just wanting acknowledgement. And so you could talk to your son, and many condolences to you, Mina, for the death of your son. But talk to him and tell him you love him, and tell him that it's okay to go to the light, and that kind of thing. And it's possible that he will. He's letting you know that he's there because he's worried about you. And so try that first. And that's for anybody who has lost someone or are feeling them around all the time. If you're not feeling them around, I can tell you it's probably a good thing, because they've gone off and they're happy. They're feeling that they have left at the right time, and they're moving forward with their spiritual growth. And so that's a blessing, really. So, Mina, just let me ask. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that I do see him, but I think just talking about him has just even done a bit of healing there. So just do what I said and see how that goes. All right, now I know that other people would like a card and things, but for people, a lot of you have been in your heads today. There's a lot of mental stuff going on, worrying, not being able to see clearly. So let's just do a quick meditation, okay? So just zip your aura up is a really good thing to do. And also just breathing, relaxing, and literally breathe your energy from your head down to your heart. Take another breath. Breathe it down to your solar plexus. And feel yourself very heavy in the chair. Then this time we could breathe it down and ground all the way into the ground. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. Take a big breath. and be completely in the present. In your body, feel into your body. If there's aches and pains, just feel into those, because that's being in the present. And see a light from your solar plexus, a light from your crown, a light from your feet, and watch them all merging together until you're sitting in the light. It can take a few minutes. And then breathe. And you can count. Focus on the light and on your breath. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then you can make it go for about 6. And out. 6 in, 6 out. Concentrating on the light, concentrating on your breath. And then just give some thanks or positive affirmations. I am healthy, I am abundant. Thank you for the love in my life. Thank you for the assistance of my guides, whatever it is, and not worrying, just being thankful. And just do that. And it can be as little as 3 minutes, 5 minutes to half an hour. You can sit with the sun on your face and the breeze. It's a beautiful thing to do, and just always bring yourself back to the present. You could even just say I am every time you breathe out, and just bring yourself back to now. And do that every day, because if you just worry, you drive yourself crazy and become very ungrounded and lose sight of the important things and the good things that are happening, and just worrying about all the negative things. And so I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry if I didn't get to you. Hi trees, great to see you. So if you have had an up and down year, no worries, Rachel. If you lost connection, you can go back, because this will be on the Spiritual Events Directory page after I finish. So you can go back and have another watch. And if it has been an up and down year, the best thing is to just think about what you've learnt, what you could do better, what you can let go of, and positive affirmations for and crystal clear clarity. Try and say that 10 times fast, about what you would like for next year. But remember, we can't always control everything. We can't always know exactly what's going to happen, and we just need to try to be flexible and in the flow. But if you can maintain your connection to your spirit guides, to your archangels, to the Creator, and to yourself, and stay in the present more than you are in the past or future, raise your vibrations. Don't get too involved in the drama around you. Drink lots of water, eat good food, get a lot of sleep, and just think of the positives, not the negatives. You'll be really surprised at how much that can make a difference. So a card for everyone to finish. The door to personal healing and happiness. We create our own reality through our thoughts and our perspectives and the way we look at things, either negatively or positively. So when you wake up every morning, see the good, see the positive, and ask for help with the negatives, and it will come. I send you lots of love and blessings. I'll be on will I be on next Wednesday? I don't think so, because I'll be on the boat sailing to Melbourne. So I'll talk to Sarah about maybe doing an alternative time. But lots of love to you all, and have a beautiful Christmas if I don't see you before then. And you can find me at victoriacochrane.com. You can find me on my Facebook page, Reaching Out Spiritual News with Victoria Cochrane. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.